Hello, everyone. Man, hold on. Let me see if I can try to log into my. Hold on. Okay, I'm just making sure you guys can hear me before I get started. All right. Before I get started. Perfect. Okay, so I just wanted to I just want to let y'all know that I've been super busy with school and work and homework and studying for exams. That's why all I just been posting honestly has been me just doing stuff at school. I haven't been going live about like my wash day, but I plan on going live hopefully tomorrow. And it's only because at work I've been closing the store. So I've been Cali time getting off at 10:30, and then I live 30 minutes away, so I be getting home like, well, I be getting off like at 10. It depends, like sometimes 10 o'clock, 10:30, and I don't get home between like 11 to 11:30, and I'm tired because I just got back into school. So this is last week was like my first week back, so school in the morning, work at night, so I've been super freaking busy. I just woke up, washed my face, threw on this little dress, and I'm like, let me just come on live because I want to tell you guys where I've been at. Um, that's why I'm posting on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram of like all the videos. I'll be doing that every day because I want to take a video of like all the stuff that I'm doing in school. Also, too, y'all. First off, that color that I did yesterday came out. I feel came out good, but then at the same time, the person she really didn't have a lot of gray hair, so it really wasn't, you know. But anyways, I'm gonna have story time about that another time. But y'all, um what was I gonna say? Yeah. Uh oh my gosh, what was I gonna say? Anyways, so hi Richard. I'm doing good. How are you? Um what was I gonna say? So I want to come on live today because I want to come on live today because I've been seeing on Instagram a lot of people doing like yeah, no problem. They're doing makeup classes and hair classes on YouTube. I mean, on Instagram. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the thing about it is, though, they're charging hundreds of dollars, like $500 a class. And that's just crazy because in cosmetology school, the one thing that we're really learning is hygiene, like being hygienic with the brushes, the combs, everything that is used on a client. Let me just tell y'all, the clients that I have taken so far, looking at their scalp, I mean, it's not horrendous, but I'm seeing a lot of dandruff. A lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. Some clients that come in, males, females, a lot of acne, um, a lot of acne. I feel like my screen, hold on. I feel like there we go. It's better. I just feel like my screen was dark for some reason. Anyways, well, it was dark because it on the brightness. But anyways, but it looks so much better. And I feel like I'm like, what? Anyways, so They had, acne. Now, mind you, if people are coming in, they just want to simply get their hair done and they're not trying to get makeup, that's one thing. But it's just like, people that are trying to get makeup, you have people that have bumps on their face, that's not acne. Um, uh, okay. Before I hide you, can you please not cuss on my live, please? And can you please be respectful? Thank you. Um, so yeah, you have a lot of people that have acne. You have a lot of people that you have a lot of people that no, you're good. I mean, you wasn't good for that, but I accept your apologies. It's good. Um, but yeah, you have a lot of people that have acne, and you have a lot of people that have a lot of face stuff going on. So for Instagram to try to host these classes, they're just trying to make money. Like, I'm gonna keep it 100. Anyone that is trying to host a makeup class, hair class on social media, and they're charging you hundreds of dollars, and they're talking about how you can do your hair like this, do your makeup like that, and look bad and look sexy and look cool. The thing about it is they're doing it just for the money. Like, there's more to makeup than, you know, beating your face. You have to learn the muscles in the face. You have to learn about facial structure. You have to learn about, how to apply the makeup. How when people have bushy eyebrows or they have no eyebrows, their nose structure. They're not teaching you. I'm about to say it. The science. And the science about it is the facial structure. That's what I'm learning right now in school. Like, I'm on chapter 6. I would bring the book out, but it's in my suitcase. Um, no one's teaching about the bone structure in your face. Like right now, chapter 6, I'm learning about anatomy and physiology of the body. So organs, muscles, tissues, cells, all that. I'm learning about that right now in school. And a lot of these people on social media, they find it because there's a lot of people on social media that want to learn makeup, hair, nails, all that. So they're taking advantage of that, and they're hosting these classes, and they're charging you hundreds of dollars. They should not charge you $500 for a class that's hosted on social media, period. The most you should pay is $50. And I say that because there's a lot of information that goes into doing hair and makeup and nails. You cannot be a makeup artist, hair artist, whatever, in the cosmetology field and not know the science behind it or being hygienic. They're not teaching you how to clean your brushes. They're not teaching you from client to client how to sanitize, disinfect, clean. They're not telling you that. They're not showing you that. They're not showing you what brush to use. They're not showing you like the different facial structures, like I was saying earlier. They're not showing you guys that. They're only showing you how to apply makeup to look pretty. That's it. And there's more to that, because you could be looking pretty all day. But if you say you did your makeup with your brushes and you just use soap and water to clean your brushes, and then you use those same brushes or you bought new brushes and you went to go do somebody's makeup and they turn around and have an allergic reaction, you gonna be like, I didn't do that to you. You're probably just allergic to the makeup. No, it's because you didn't know. It's your fault as a person that is doing applying makeup to that person's face. Like, let me tell you something. If you're out here and you think you took a 2-hour class course on Instagram of how to apply makeup, you are now a makeup artist, you are highly mistaken. Because if you walk out and you all you did was get a bootsy little certificate from Instagram or wherever, and they gave you a certificate saying you completed their course, they're not hooked up with the state board. They're not hooked up with the state board. So if you're out here doing people's makeup and hair off of a course from Instagram, and a person has allergic reaction, hair loss, acne, you are liable for that. You are highly liable for that. If you color somebody's hair and they get like, and they have to get surgery or they have to get cosmetic work done or whatever to correct it or whatever the case may be, you're looking at jail time. You're looking at a fine. You're looking at, oh my gosh, like not even being able to get a license if you wanted to go to school. Like, you're jeopardizing yourself. And that's what they're not telling you about these Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok courses. They're not telling you about that. There is people that are literally being locked up every single day because they are injecting people in the lips, eyes, butt, breasts of illegal injections. Okay, illegal, and they're doing it in their basement, in their bathroom, in their kitchen. There's people that are doing hair in the kitchen, and they're using this. They're using the poisonous, cancerous Cacalon hair that is now, has, it's been around, but it has now came out officially that Cacalon braiding hair gives cancer, irritation. Like I was talking about months ago about the different type of dermatitis, allergic dermatitis, irritant dermatitis. It's not just seborrheic. There's a lot of dermatitis, and that's an infection, okay, of the scalp, of the hair. That's why your hair be falling out. Your scalp is constantly itching. Have you ever noticed, like when you get braids in, all my females, when you get braids in and you add that fake hair in, and you're itching, it's burning, it's red. That's because of the braiding hair. Once you take that out, you see a sense of relief, right? Especially for, listen, all the women that come through that have their hair braided, I'm like, listen, I don't know what type of, listen, I could be at work, not just at school. I could be at work, and I will tell them, um, I don't know what braiding hair you use, but just be careful with the Cacalon synthetic hair. Just be careful with the synthetic hair, period, because the chemicals that they put in it to preserve it is coming out to cause cancer. It's coming out to like just all types of chemicals and irritation on the scalp. Now, I like easy braid because they're all about scalp health, but for me, I'm no longer braiding my hair. Like, I don't want to buy human hair. I don't want to buy synthetic hair. Like, I'm not braiding my hair anymore because every single time I braid my hair and it's time for me to go for a trim, I have to cut off at least 2 inches off my hair. So all that new growth that us ladies are getting from the braids and stuff like that, because our hair is resting, it's going out the window because we're having to cut it right back off. And that's why some of us feel like our hair is not growing, because we have to cut so much off. And the reason why you have to cut so much off is because the braiding hair is chewing up your hair, right? And let me tell you something. You may feel like you're still getting length and you may not have to cut that much off, and that's great. But the moment you stop putting braids in, you're going to start noticing a difference in your hair. Your hair is not going to look as dull. It's not going to be dry. It's not going to be itchy. It's not going to be flaky. You know what I'm saying? I highly recommend braiding your own hair. This is why I advocate for wigs. Like, a lot of people want to say wigs aren't it, and lace fronts take my wigs out. I mean, lace front take my edges out. That's because you're not doing it right. Like I showed y'all on my wig preps. When you're about to wear a wig, for my ladies, you need to braid your edges down like this. If you keep braiding it back like that, no one says you have to braid it back like that. Let me tell y'all, my braids are going like this. Check out my last wash day. I braided my hair going like this, going like that. And my hair is flat. It's flat. There's no poo. It looks natural. Like, it's flat. You know what I'm saying? I've been getting a lot of compliments on my wigs. Like, a lot of compliments on my wigs. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to braid your hair all the way back for it to be flat. As long as you're braiding your hair down or twisting, well, I wouldn't even say twist, because twist is more stretchy. So I would definitely say braiding your hair down in cornrows. If you don't know how to, it's going under a wig. Just practice. That's what I did. And the more you keep doing it, the better you'll get. And if you do it like this, you'll get better. You will get better. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's going under a wig cap, under a wig. It doesn't matter. But the more you do it, the better you'll get. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just want to come on here real fast and talk to you guys about these little makeup courses on Instagram and stuff. I mostly see them on Instagram. I don't see them on YouTube. But just be mindful of people that you're watching on YouTube. Be mindful of the people that you are watching on TikTok and Instagram. Do not please don't sign up for these courses. Don't. Any cosmetologist that is licensed is not hosting makeup classes on Instagram, on YouTube. They're not doing it. They're not. And it's not going to be a 2-hour thing. Let me tell you why they're not doing it. Because even if you learn how to apply makeup, right? They're not teaching you to learn how to apply makeup so you can go out there and be a business person, right? Because that's a liability on them. You in order for you to be a certified makeup artist, you have to take your state board. I don't care if you know how to do makeup and you've been doing it for 15 years and you do celebrities, you do this. That does not make you a makeup artist. That just makes you a person that knows how to do makeup, and that's it. If you want to get certified and you're so confident that you know how to do makeup and you're a rock star, you do it, then go to beauty school. Go to beauty school. You know what I'm saying? They don't. I don't think they have. It depends on what school, but I don't think they just have a makeup course. But take the full cosmetology course. Take the full blown cosmetology course, because you just know how to apply makeup. You don't know how to properly clean brushes, the structure of the face, and don't ever act like you know so much you can't go to school. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know a lot about natural hair and taking care of it, but I still humbled myself and went to school. And I'm learning different techniques. I'm learning about different things. And I'm going to be very honest with you. If my school happens to watch this, I'm just being very honest, and this is my opinion. But I'm teaching myself. I am learning, like, see, they are showing me things, but I'm taking that and I'm watching YouTube. I'm taking that and I'm reading books. I'm taking that because every school is different. This is exactly why no matter what school you go to, they tell you to, well, in the Milady books, they tell you to further your education outside of school. Like, don't just stop at school, because school just teaches you the basics, right? So that's what I'm doing. So that's what's happening with me and a lot of the students that go to my school. Like, we're really just shown how to do something, and then that's pretty much it. When it comes to the book work, I'm on my own. I get reviews, but it's not like that. It's not really like I'm in a classroom being taught by a teacher and that's that. No, I come in, there's an hour of book work. I'm sitting by myself. I'm reading this textbook. I'm answering the questions in the workbook, and then I get tested on Fridays. Fridays is test days, you know. So in a couple weeks, I'll be taking another test for chapter 6, because chapter 6, like I said, is pretty big, and it's about physiology and anatomy. And there's a lot of vocabulary words that I have to study. So I'm taking my time with that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's the truth. Like, it's the truth. Not every beauty school is the same. You have a beauty school that you're in a classroom setting and you're really being taught. And then you have a school like mine that you're on your own when it comes to book work. But when it comes to doing clients, I've only been there for a month and I'm already, you know, I had two clients and both of them tipped me, but it's because of the health of my instructor, but or the school director, but I was not ready. The first time I was highly irritated. The second time I was just nonchalant about it. I was just like, it is what it is. And you know, the when I was doing it, that's the one that was the school director's sister. I was like, out of all people, you gave me your sister. But I took my time with it, you know. And I was like, listen, this is she. The school director was like, oh, you remember that you do this, right? I was like, no, because I only did this on a mannequin. I was like, no. I was trying so hard not to get an attitude, but I wanted to be honest and say no, I don't, because you didn't properly teach me. You're trying to make it sound like you had me practice for real on a man. Let me tell y'all something. On a mannequin, the only thing I've done when it came to hair color was using shaving cream. That's it. That's it. Imagine this. I'm a student. I've been there for a month. I only practice a few times on a mannequin, only using shaving cream. You come into the school knowing that they're students, but yet the school director gives you somebody that's only practiced on mannequins using shaving cream. Answer me this. If I'm like, I come to y'all, I'm like, okay, I'll be doing your hair today. And I'm constantly asking questions to my school director, and you're like, hey, have you practiced on a person before? And I say, no, I've only practiced on a mannequin using shaving cream. So this is actually my first time using color. Would y'all feel confident? I mean, you guys already knowing that I'm a student, but would that make the expectations go down even lower? Yes, because that's unfair to you guys, because at the end of the day, you guys are still spending money. It doesn't matter if it's $5, $20, $40, that's still money being spent. So just because, and this is for all the schools out there, okay, if you have a student that's been there for a week, for a day, for a month, for less than 6 months, do not have them working on a client and they only practice on a mannequin. Please don't. Please don't. It should take your time with them. We're in the school for a year and some months. If you guys offer that $1,000 course, then what you guys need to be doing is having somebody practice how to put the color on touch-ups, use shaving cream, and then advance them. So the first week, 1 week should be of them just doing straight color, learning how to do overall color, right? Teaching them how to mix color, how to apply color, how to change color. All that should be the first week. The second week should be touch-ups. You know what I'm saying? That's what you guys should be teaching people, right? It should go by month. So the first month will be colored, second month will be perm rods, third month will be flat irons, the other month will be blowouts, stuff like that. Do not have them changing stuff every single day. And then when a client comes in and wants a color done, you're going to toss that student to them. Like, people as customers know that, yes, this is a school and they're learning, but they're thinking that these people practice on mannequins doing color. I don't understand why nowadays I'm seeing certain schools not do that. Like, we are paying you guys as students thousands of dollars, okay? Thousands of dollars. It's not hundreds, it's thousands of dollars to learn, to practice. And that's unfair that you guys are tossing students after them being there for less than 6 months onto a client. And that's unfair to us and the client, because the client is expecting that, yes, this is a student, but they've practiced how to mix color on a mannequin. They practice how to apply color on a mannequin. Like, they're coming in thinking that we already did this, but it's like they're no longer a client, they're now a mannequin. It's like, I practice shaving cream on a mannequin applying color, so now I'm about to actually do the color on an actual human, and they have body heat. I haven't assessed their scalp to see if they have a scalp disorder, if they have seborrheic dermatitis. None of that. It's okay. This client comes in and they want to get a touch up. I'll be right here with you. The whole "I'll be right here with you" is them walking away and them watching you from afar. And mind you, you have to move quick with color, because color is already processing. So if you're like taking your time and you're like doing it wrong, and you have to, like, when I started doing the color yesterday, I was starting in the back and I had to start from the front. So I have to leave the back to go start the front. The back's already processing, right? Some of the back parts is already processing. I already put some of the color already in the back, right? Mind y'all, I have to go the parts that I already put the color on, I now have to go back. That's over processing the hair with color, y'all. And the school director was like, "Oh, you know how to do this, right?" I'm like, "No, I don't, because I only practiced one time on a mannequin, and that was with shaving cream." Then well, I only had one client yesterday, but the second person that came in, I was only supposed to be watching, right? I was only supposed to be watching. And first off, the school director lied to me yesterday, because the day before she was like, "Oh, you'll just only be assisting me." I didn't assist her. I did the whole thing. Yeah, yeah. But anyways, can I just say, the woman tipped me $12. I told her, I was like, "Listen, I was like, I hope I wasn't sticking you with the brush, because this is my first time doing it. I've never done it on a client. I've only did it on a mannequin using shaving cream." She was like, "No, you did really good. Yeah, you did really good. Don't even worry about it." I was like, "Okay, thank you so much." When everything was all said and done, she tipped me $12. So I'm like, glory be to God, Um, there was a second woman that came in, and she wanted a toner. She didn't want her hair darker. She wanted brighter highlights, right? So my school director was showing me how to do it. She was using a tint that was darker. And she was like, she wants her hair lighter, but I'm gonna use a little bit of darker or something, right? So I was like, okay. So she was like, to leave the darker on, you need it for 20 minutes, because they'll make it darker. But we're only going to do it for 10 minutes. Mind y'all, 10 minutes has passed. I'm like, okay, it's time to rinse her out. We're at the shampoo bowl because we're about to rinse her out. I tell my school director, she's like, "Okay, I'll be there in a minute." So I go back to the shampoo bowl. I tell the woman, "Okay, we're getting ready to rinse you out." Mind you guys, 5 minutes has gone by. It's now 15 minutes with this darker tint in her hair. So I called one of the instructors. I'm like, we need to rinse this out because and that person, the school director told it in front of the client. She was like, if you leave this for 20 minutes, it will make her hair darker. So the client heard that. So for me, I called I called the instructor, one of the cosmetology instructors. I was like, we need to rinse this out because it's been in her hair already for 10 minutes. And the school director said that if we leave it on for 20, it's gonna make her hair darker. And the woman was like, she's in the shampoo bowl going like, yeah. And so I'm like, we need to rinse this out. So I rinsed it out. I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and rinse it out. So as I'm rinsing it out, that's when the school director is coming. Mind y'all, it's already at this point close to 20 minutes. I'm rinsing it. I'm like literally in my mind seeing her hair going darker, and this is not what she wanted. So I'm rinsing it out for her. Mind you guys, I'm the student. I am the student. Okay. Then I shampooed her. I gave her a conditioner. But she wanted a deep conditioner. You guys, she got straight played because they were like, oh, well, first off, I rinsed her out. I was getting ready to put her back on the chair so we can give her a blowout. But I was like, wait, wasn't there something else that she needed? Because the school director told me she was going to get a toner, shampoo, and deep condition, right? But I only gave her a condition. So I was like, wait, I know there's something more. She was like, yeah. And she was like, yeah, I was supposed to get a deep condition. I was like, oh, that's what it was. So we tell the school director, and she's looking panicked because she doesn't have any deep conditioner. So what does she do? She gets conditioner, puts a processing cap on, and makes it feel like she's getting a deep condition. Let me tell you guys something right now. A deep conditioner is deeply penetrating the hair strands. A conditioner is never going to do what a deep conditioner can do because it was never formulated for that. A regular conditioner is sitting on top of the hair strand. A deep conditioner penetrates through the layers of the hair strand. Okay, that's it. So if you want a deep conditioner, it needs to say a hair mask or a deep conditioner. If you buy a conditioner and it simply says conditioner, that's the first layer of your hair strand. It's never going to, it doesn't matter how much you put on there, it will never go to the deeper layers of your hair strand, period. And a deep conditioner, you leave it on for about 35 to an hour, okay? Hence why it's a deep conditioner, because it's deeply penetrating, okay? The honey hair mask that I use for my hair is a deep conditioner. It's a hair mask. So for anyone that is telling you guys, oh yeah, we're going to deep condition your hair with a conditioner. No. Ask them to see the bottle. If it simply just says conditioner, it's a regular conditioner. If you want a deep conditioner, it needs to say hair mask or it needs to say a deep conditioner. If it does not say those two, you are getting a regular conditioner and they're charging you for a deep conditioning, and that's not right. That's not right because a deep conditioner takes longer. And that's what some stylists are charging you for. They're charging you for the products and the length of time it took for them to do the service. So if they're keeping you under the dryer for 20 minutes or 35 minutes or an hour, they're charging you for that. So you need to make sure you guys are asking your stylist, hey, let me see that shampoo if you're clarifying my hair. Let me see that conditioner if you're saying you're conditioning or you're deep conditioning my hair, because that woman got bamboozled yesterday. She did not get a proper deep conditioning. She didn't. She didn't. And I had to go because I had a dentist appointment. But I kindly let her know that yeah, somebody else will be taking over. But if I never would have jumped in to shampoo her hair would have been darker. If I never would have jumped in to uh remember what the school director told me. This is another thing too with being in beauty school. You need to pay attention to what the client is asking for. You need to pay attention to the time. You need to pay attention to what you're using. Like, I didn't know what the products that we were using, but all I heard was it needs to be left on for 10 minutes because 20 minutes it'll make her hair darker. The client didn't want her hair darker. She wanted it lighter. So if I never, happy Sunday, Big Papa. So if I never would have jumped in her hair would have been messed up. Messed up, not like it would have looked bad, but messed up because it wasn't what she wanted. She didn't want to go darker. She wanted to go lighter. So for the school director to add dark to her hair, I don't know what the reason was that for. I've never seen that before. And usually when someone wants to get highlights, they get foil. Yeah. Usually when someone wants to get a lighter texture, yeah, she would have been pissed. Yeah, she would have been pissed. Yep. Because what I've seen in the past, when someone wants to get a lighter streaks in their hair, they get the foil to separate from the darker, you know, because highlights is just like, you know, bits and pieces of hair that's a certain, and she had that, right? Like I literally seen before we shampooed her hair, her and gave her the toner or whatever, her hair was already like bright. It was like sandy, like sand type, you know, color. Like it was very, she had some blonde in there. And the moment the school director added that dark toner, I swear it was going darker brown. I don't know if my eyes were playing games on me, but I literally was seeing her hair going darker. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, her hair is dark." Like I don't know why she added the darker, but I'll learn about that another time. Best believe when I go back to school on Tuesday, I will be asking her about that because, and I would love to I should have told her to take pictures because I would love to have seen how that came out because it wasn't looking good. When I left her, it wasn't, for me, it wasn't looking good. Like, she didn't ask for any darker. She asked for a deep conditioner. She didn't get that. And yeah, you know, but, and mind you, the school director was working with different students. I mean, she was like the people that she has there as a barber teacher and as a cosmetology teacher. There's only one cosmetology teacher that is there. She's only there like 2 days out the week. It's crazy. Um, and there's only one barber teacher, and he doesn't really teach barber. He's the type of guy that if he sees you messing up, he'll make fun of you and then he'll go and try and correct it. Like, I've been going to cosmetology school for a month, but I had prior knowledge outside of school, thank God. But when it comes to color, I'm still learning about that. But I've watched hair shows about, you know, silky hair, people getting color, touch ups, and I know it's not cool. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Um, so I've seen how it should be done. And plus I was always going to a hair salon because of my mom, you know. She was getting perms and stuff like that. And I would always watch, you know, women getting their hair done. And I always seen women that were getting highlights with the foil. So, you know, yeah. But yeah. So my school that I'm going to, the only reason why I'm going there is because there's no interest and it's only $10,000. So compared to the other schools here in California in my area, it's between 20 to 30,000. So I'm really getting a good deal, but I'm definitely making sure that even though I'm paying a cheaper price, I'm getting the same education. Like I'm not going to be paying Dollar Tree prices uh you know, to get Dollar Tree. No, like, you know, they say you pay what you know, you get what you pay for. No, I may pay $10,000, but I'm gonna get $10,000 where I'm gonna be asking questions. I'm gonna be correcting if I need to. I will be going on YouTube. I'll be reading books. Like I'm not gonna just because that's not the first time I had to correct my school director. It's not. And another thing too that I want to say about the school is, and a lot of these cosmetology teachers is, let me tell you guys this: they are cosmetologists. So good luck to you. You seem knowledgeable a bit and very passionate. I'm very passionate. That's why, and I thank you for that. It's glory be to God. I'm very passionate and I'm very knowledgeable because God has aligned me to practice on my own hair. So get knowledge on my own hair, to learn about the. I could show you guys books, notebooks that I have written before, like a couple when I started Guy Shows and Hair Care, even before then, back in the big chop when it's the natural hair community when it first started back in 2012. Um, going to the library, reading about hair and stuff like that. And then I just went back doing it 2 years ago. So I have notebooks filled of notes that I would take, you know, of hair and stuff like that. Um, but these cosmetology teachers, they're not really teachers. Like listen, with what comes with getting your cosmetology license is you can have a school if you wanted to. You could be, of course, any type of stylist. You could do hair, nails, and makeup. You could have your own salon. So that's what having a license gets you, right? So if I wanted to, after I finish school, I can open up a school myself. That doesn't teach me how to be a teacher. There's a difference between instructing someone and teaching someone. Instructing someone is just showing them how to do something and then have them like do what you just did, like mimic what you just did. But a teacher, they break it down, they teach you to where you can understand, and they know different levels of learning. Some people learn by writing, some people learn by looking, some people learn by memorizing, you know what I'm saying? So doing cosmetology, no. That's why it's taking a minute. It's my school director is having a hard time teaching me because she doesn't know how to teach. She barely even knows how to instruct. She can show me how to do a hairstyle and then she expects me to mimic it. But let me tell you something. I'm not a duplicator. I'm not an imitator. I'm an originator. So I will never perfect somebody else's craft. I would never. Because my God is an originator. He's not a duplicator. Satan is. Okay? So I would never. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like that style you have on. Oh, this is just a wig right now, but I thank you. Exactly. Yeah. So that's another thing too. It's like I highly recommend if anyone's going to go to even barber school, like I highly recommend anyone that's going to barber school, like to ask so many questions, do your own research. So like if you're oh, okay. So if your teacher is teaching you how to do a fade, right? Go up on YouTube and look up how to do fades, do research on why a fade is what it is, Um yeah, and then like perfect example, right? We were doing perm rods, and if you go back on my shorts or my yeah, I don't think I ever did a video, but if you go back on my shorts, I did a short about perm rods, right? And if it wasn't for me taking the time out to go on YouTube and look at like perm rods and stuff like that, there was one instructor that was using picks to hold the perm rods, especially when you do a piggyback so it doesn't fall down. My school director, none of them has told me about the picks, right? Why? Because they don't use them. But a lot of stylists do use them because every video I saw of piggyback perm rods or perm rods, they were using picks. So when I went into school the next day, I was talking to them about the picks. I'm like, yeah, I was watching a video last night on YouTube and about the piggybacks, and I seen they were using picks. And the school director was like, really? Like she was looking shocked, like you did that? I was like, yeah. And I was like, do you have picks here? And she was like, yeah, I just don't use them because I don't like using them. I'm like, oh, but isn't that part of, doing perm rods? She was like, yeah, there is some stylists that do perm rods. So as I was using the perm rods, I'm sorry, as I was using the picks on my perm rods and I was sectioning it a certain way, she was like, wow, you're doing it like the stylists do it. I'm like, oh, so why didn't you teach me this way? Why would you teach me another way? She was like, there's always different ways, to do it and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, okay, but you're only showing me one way. At this point, I've been here for 2 weeks and you've only shown me one way to do it. But now that I told you that I found a different shortcut, now there's different ways you could do it. Why didn't you show me the different ways? Why did I have to come to you and be like, whatever, whatever? You know what I'm saying? So that's a perfect example of doing education outside of beauty school or barbering school, because some of these teachers are If they feel like you would be better than them, they will only tell you, and I know it's messed up and it is. They will only tell you what they want you to know because they take advantage of the fact that you're a student and they're licensed. So I highly recommend you doing your own research, you know, and bring it up to their attention. Like if they're constantly showing you stuff and you do your own research outside of school and you're learning more outside of school than you are there, bring it up to their attention because you could always file a complaint to the state and the state will come out. They have came out to my school. The state will come out and assess the situation and be like, okay, we got a complaint about you not properly teaching your students. Like they're constantly doing, uh, work outside of school. They're learning more outside of school. Like, what's going on? Like, what are you showing your students? You know what I'm saying? Because we have rights as students and we are paying thousands of dollars to learn. So if the school is not properly teaching and this school has always had complaints, yeah, that school can get shut down. I'm not saying try to get your school shut down, but definitely bring it to the attention of state board that, I understand that I need to further my education outside of school, but I don't feel like I'm properly getting. But before you go to the state though, talk to your teacher, talk to the school director. Cuz when the state gets involved, it's pretty serious. You know what I'm saying? Um but yeah, I've had multiple talks with the school director about certain things. Um but for the most part, they know I'm not to play with. They know not to play with me. So now when they work with me, they know to do a whole 360 with me. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah. And I'm not trying to walk in there. First off, I walk in there humble. I don't walk in there talk about, oh, don't teach me that. I know that already. No, no, no. I humble myself and I learn. They were showing me how to do braids. They were showing me how to do stuff I already knew. But I humble myself and I learn because maybe there's something else that I could attach to what I already know, you know. Um, so I always humble myself and I learned. But how I had to jump in yesterday, it's just certain things. It's just, I question a lot. I don't and I know they probably get irritated with me. I don't care. And if they get irritated with you, that don't if they give you attitude, so what? You're paying them. They're not paying you. You're paying them thousands of dollars to learn. That's the whole point of you going to school. So if they're not willing to take the time out to show you and teach you, that's not your problem. That's theirs. You know what I'm saying? So, I did a whole like rant about that, but I really wanted to, because a lot of people aren't talking. I think a lot of people are scared to say this, but it's your experience, And I'm not saying don't go to beauty school. I'm saying go to beauty school to get your license. But while you're there, you know, you're paying money to go to school and you're also going to be paying money to go test. So the money that you would the so you getting your license and going to the state board to go test for your license is not included in tuition. You have to pay an additional fee to go test that state board. So I spend $10,400 for tuition to learn what the state board is looking for. But I have to pay. I think it's like between 150 to 200 just to go test at state board. So and that's non-refundable. So if you fail, you have to pay that again. You have to keep paying that until you pass. So your whole objective is to pass on the first try. And there's like I think 100 questions, and it's all multiple choice. So they're going to be asking you about infection control, hair, nails, makeup, um, and you want to be as educated as possible. You want to ask those questions. You know what I'm saying? You want to ask those questions in school. Um, you want to take your time. If you can go for 1,600 hours, I highly recommend that. Um, because if you just go for the 1,000 hours here in California, if you just go for the 1,000 hours, um, your school director or teacher is going to cram so much to you, you're not really going to understand and it may not be beneficial for you. Now, if the school only offers 1,000 hours, then okay, but don't. It depends, because if you have a school that is go at your own pace, then definitely go at your own pace. If you have a school that you're in a classroom and everybody's on the same board, you kind of, and they're gonna get you like in and out within 8 to 12, like 8 to 12 months or whatever, then try and keep up, but definitely ask questions. Because when I went to medical school, I think I was only there for 6 months, and it was go at your own pace, but at the same time it wasn't, because each month we had a different course that we were reading. So, and I thank God I was able to keep up, but it was also front office, so I was learning about Microsoft Word and stuff like that. Again, prior knowledge. Um, but I would definitely say don't make school overwhelm you. Just watch videos on YouTube about whatever subject you're reading in school, or whatever you're learning. I would say don't worry too much about like perfecting a blowout or a roller set, or whatever the case may be. Don't worry about perfecting that, because you could always practice that outside of school. I would say perfect your learning in the body, infection control, uh, you know, color, any type of chemical service. You definitely want to get a deep understanding of that, because blowouts is not going to hurt the hair. Flat iron can get heat damage, but I would say if you don't feel comfortable giving there's a difference between flat iron someone's hair and a silk press. I just want you guys to know that a silk press is not just giving a simple flat iron. A flat iron someone's hair is just straightening their hair. A silk press, it's one of those. It makes it look really silky, and you add more heat. Um, so if you don't feel comfortable doing that, don't do it. Only do what you feel comfortable doing, even if it's just one certain thing. That's okay, you know. Um, but I would definitely say, yeah, and also too, if you're going to school and you're working, that's why I say don't make school overwhelming, because I go to school in the morning and I work at night. I only have 2 days off a week. When I'm off from work, I have school in the morning, right? If I work at night, I may not have school in the morning, but I have to work. Every day I'm in my car, right? Every day I'm in my car. So today I don't have school in the morning, but I have work at 2 o'clock, Cali time. So, you know what I'm saying? Um, so this is why I was saying with the whole point of the whole point of this live was there's so much to learn when it comes to makeup. So to try to do these Instagram courses, and they're like, oh, you're gonna get a certificate. That certificate does not mean that certificate is invalid. That certificate is not to a school. Okay, let me tell you something. Look it up on the website. Go to whatever state you're in. Go to State Board of Chicago, or State Board of Texas, State Board of whatever you're at, and look it up. Look it up. Um, and I think it's going to go by state, and then I think it goes by city. So look it up and look at the qualifications. Look at how many hours you need to get your license for makeup or nails or whatever. Um, Now I know Atlanta, they're saying that to be a cosmetologist, you don't need a license. Let me tell you something right now. If you go to Atlanta and you start doing hair and you don't have a license, and you come to California thinking you could just do hair and not have a license, no. No, I'm telling you, that's jail time. You may not go to jail in Atlanta, in Georgia, but if you come to California and you are doing people's hair in your kitchen, and you are messing people's hair up and stuff like that, yes, it's on that person, but it's also on you if you're charging that, because in California you are doing a service. So you have to pay sales tax. Sales tax is through the state of California. So that's illegal part number one. Then you're doing hair and makeup when you're supposed to be doing it. You're supposed to be having a license to do it. You don't need a license to do yourself, but if you want to service other people, you need a license to do that. strike number 2. So California don't play that. So the only thing that California did was we needed 1,600 hours to get our license, but now they dropped it to 1,000. And before, you would need to do um the written part and the part where you have like someone come in and you know show how to do a flat iron, you show how to do a blowout, you show how to do the perm rods, and they watch you how you hold your brush. If the comb falls, do you pick it up? They watch how you move, you know. They watch how you move when you're doing it. But they took that part away, like the whole hands-on part. So now it's just the written part. It is 11 o'clock a.m. Cali time where I'm at. So this live was almost an hour. And it I just wanted to break it down for you guys because hi Ryan, how are you doing? I just wanted to come on live and just break it down for you guys about I would not recommend doing any type of barber class, makeup class, hair class on Instagram because a certificate is invalid. How you know I was in Chicago? I don't know. I just said it. I was just trying to name I was just trying to name different states and cities. I don't know. I don't know. I just said it. But that's what's up. You in Chicago. That's like a funny. Um but yeah, like I just wanted to come in. That's good that you're doing good, Ryan. So yeah, I just wanted to come on here and just let you guys know these people that are charging for the Instagram classes and stuff like that, and they're talking about they're gonna give you a certificate. The certificate is invalid. It's not valid nowhere. You cannot take that certificate and go to a place of business and be like, hey, I got a certificate in makeup. Can I work here? They're gonna be like, no. Do you have a license? Bye, Ryan. They're gonna be like, do you have a license? You're gonna be like, no, I have a certificate. They're like, no, you need a license. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and end it right here. I pray that everything I said to y'all makes sense. Also, too, I linked my website in the description box below. I'm not currently selling nothing, so don't worry. I'm not selling nothing. I do have a blog where I write about God, food, fitness, and hair care. Because here at God Shows and Hair Care, our motto is God plus food plus fitness. God plus food plus fitness equals healthy hair because it's not just about the products that you use, it's about how you are taking care of your body from the inside out. And how you incorporate God can help you establish that in Jesus' name. So you guys go check that out. It's godshowsandhaircare.com. Also, I put my Instagram and my TikTok. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube, please subscribe. You don't have to, but please subscribe. I thank you guys for all the new subscribers, all the likes and everything, all the comments. I appreciate it. Again, I pray I can go live tomorrow for my wash day. I haven't been doing that. Like I said, I just been really busy with school and work and everything. But I might start pushing it back to every 2 weeks. I'm washing my hair because just trying to do it once a week, y'all, it's so hard and I just be so tired and I don't want to rush through my hair. You know what I'm saying? But it is warm out. So, you know, I definitely want to keep my hair hydrated, but I'm going to see how my hair is tomorrow because the last time, yeah, I can say it's probably been almost 2 weeks. So I'm going to see how my hair is, but, you know, I've been drinking plenty of water and stuff like that, but I definitely want to make sure I keep my hair hydrated because the longer you go with not washing your hair and getting your hair hydrated, the worse, you know, the more, you know, breakage can occur and stuff like that. But I may push it back to every 2 weeks, but I don't know. But yeah, I just had a lot going on. It's been so busy, but I've been at least posting videos for y'all, so I've been staying, you know, on top of that. But yeah, again, I appreciate you guys for watching, and like I said, check out my website, check out my Instagram, my TikTok, because sometimes I post videos over there that I don't post over here. But honestly, I try to post more videos. I try to post more videos over here because you know, y'all be showing me the love, so you know, that's crazy that they are doing that. Yeah, yep. It's because they're all in it for the money. They're just in it for the money. They're like, oh, you know, we'll teach you how to beat your face. We'll teach you how to cut hair and do this, and we'll give you a certificate. But that certificate is invalid. It's like, and then they're charging like between $300 to $500. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your money. Like, no. And I'm gonna post, um if, oh shoot, yeah, I'm gonna post it on my I'm gonna post it here on my community. So if you want to see it, just go to my go to the community part on my page, and you'll see. I'm about to post it right now. Good talking to you. You are very beautiful, sweet, and intelligent woman. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's all glory to God. Yes, I like talking to all you guys as well too. And yeah, I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow, because I get off of work tomorrow. I don't have school, and I get off of work at 5. So maybe 8, but I have to wash my hair tomorrow. So I will be talking to you guys tomorrow. Subscribe, and yeah, you guys have a good day. Bye, guys.